You cannot ask for a better opportunity than to win your last game at home in round 22 of the Winfield Cup to ensure the semi-finals. Annesley looks for Hagan, the Newcastle captain. He checks that all is well. The Raiders sending it down for Godden. And immediately is hit hard over the top by Rubisame. Davis from dummy half. The Newcastle forwards will try to take control in this first 10 or 15 minutes. They cannot allow this Canberra side with a sniff of victory at all by half-time. Harrigan, he was suspended for nearly a month. He's getting back to near match fitness, and he copped a very high one from Osborne. Now, the touch judge will be called in, and Osborne, who hammered him straight across the cheekbone, will go into a match report for the high tackle. Annesley shows the concern as Harrigan still gets treatment. The crowd are calling for blood. They don't want Canberra left with a full 13. Harrigan back to his feet finally. Meninga argues with the touch judge. He's off. They are down to 12. Newcastle now have it all for them. In the opening minutes of play, a sensation. Osborne doesn't have a speck of dirt on his outfit. He's back to the dressing rooms. Rodwell, he had a quick look at the defensive line before using up David Boyd. Right in front of the post, down to the last tackle. Rodwell. Hagan. Schuster hands it off for Davis. That's the way you use it. That is the way you use it when the team against you is down to 12. You've got to catch them out near the chalk. They must be short out wide. Beautiful short balls. Lion red replay. Rodwell used up Sargent as a decoy. Hagan perfectly put Schuster into the gap. Likewise, he did for O'Davis.
Sensational stuff by Newcastle. They just played numbers in this occasion. Out wide, Johnny Schuster straight through the centre. Great ball outside O'Davis unselfishly. He puts it down. That's his third try for the season.
Robbie O'Davis finished it off superbly, just 19 years of age. Big find for Newcastle. He and Rodwell have had very impressive seasons. They have enough big names out there to still make their mark, Canberra. Croker. Outside they go. Hoppy to the corner. Godden has him. Big tackle from the little man on Hoppy. Meninga goes wide on the last. Stewart. Superb long ball to Clyde to Woods. Great cover from Schuster. They still keep it alive. Back to Clyde. Clyde with strength gets the try. It looked as though they were going to cover up Newcastle, but they never did in the end. Just inside the 22. Herman to settle one play down. He does it well. Takes it towards the uprights. McCormick looks to Rodwell. Rodwell using Sargent as a decoy. Last tackle. Godden from dummy half. Back to Rodwell. Now they spin it. Herman needs to unload. Can he get it back? McCormick can. They've got numbers. Hagan went forward. Annesley will bring them back. The big crowd thought they had it. They would not be happy with the points on the board at the moment.
They don't look like final five material, do they?
Well, I think they've gone a bit complacent after that send-off. Sargent and Harrigan will be important to them. Great run from Sargent.
I think that's his first run of the day. I haven't seen him. He's very quiet.
Now, looked as though there was a knee used there. Godden! Where's the support? Down to the last line. Mullins beats Mullins. No. The support was late arriving. Last tackle penalty. Somebody is in the bin for 10. So they're down to 11 men for 10 minutes. So till half-time they will do it very tough now. Mullins got a hand in there. Trying to lock things up here in the last match of the Winfield Cup. Proper. Just in off the post. Smile on his face, but it is 6 apiece. Hagan with a big paddock open to the back line, but Sargent changes direction up the middle. Pops it back. Rodwell has numbers if they can move it. 5 on 2, but Harrigan goes back inside. And even further inside for Godden. Ball looked as though it went the wrong way. But still they have it out on the left. Rodwell. Brunker. Hammered high by Clyde. Crowd didn't like it. Totally legal as far as the officials are concerned. Rodwell puts in the kick, taken by Steve Walters. Time is running out in this first half for the Knights to get it right. Last tackle. Stewart is wide. Meninga looks for him for the kick. Now he wants a field goal. As easy as you please. Just popped it on the right foot. And he shows the advantage of his rugby union days to make it 7-6. Just how badly do they want it? They cannot blame anybody else but themselves if they do not produce the 2 points in this one. Glanville! He really put the foot down and surprised everybody with his pace. They've got a huge overlap if they can get it wide. Sargent goes the wrong way again. They've been guilty of that a couple of times. Now they switch. Herman tries to kick. That was off Meninga. I wasn't sure if Hoppy was offside. Kiwi on Kiwi again here at Marathon. Hoppy inside of Schuster. It is the Raiders by 1 point. Sargent. Sargent! O'Davis outside. Does he look straight away? Now he does. Who's got the pace? O'Davis gets it back. Falls for McCormick. 6 more to the corner. Stewart saves. So it's gone from end to end. They must score this time. Sargent. Yes, it is. Sargent gets it. The big man snuck away on the blind. He is out of steam at the moment, but he has taken it from his own line. He replaced that man, the Chief, Paul Harrigan, and he might score the try that secures the Knights' first ever semi-final in the Winfield Cup. Right on his own 22 on the Lion Red replay. Just look at him get into stride. O'Davis tried to get it back to Sargent. McCormick was superb to get there in support. What a save from Stewart to travel all that way. They had them stretched out wide. Sargent believed he could get there with sheer strength, and he did. McCormick to Rodwell, heard the call to switch it for Hagan. Showed the ball, tried to dummy his way through.
I think that's what Newcastle have taken out in the second half, just to run Canberra around from side to side and to tire them out.
Landball with the good wide ball to O'Davis. Kicks to the in goal. Will it still out for him? Great skill. No! Lost it. Great skills from O'Davis. And I wonder about in-goal judges. They've had so much heat on them. They get this one right. They have only just been hanging on, Canberra. Is it goodbye? No. 6 more tackles, it should be. This is when they should wrap it up. Rodwell to Sargent. Beats 1. Beats 2, 3, 4. Sargent with a double in the second half will create history for Newcastle. This huge front rower has got them all on their feet. They joined the Winfield Cup in '88. It has taken them to '92 to do it. But the city of Newcastle will celebrate tonight, all thanks to Mark Sargent. He beat 3, beat a 4th, carried another man over the line. 2 tries in 12 minutes.
He certainly has started the revival for Newcastle. He started off the first, scored the first one, scores the second one, which should see them, which will take them to the semi-finals. It's been a big second half performance by Mark Sargent, and isn't he happy?
He's celebrating already. Sargent might also be heading across the waters for that World Cup final in England at Wembley Stadium.
Graham, I hope the winners are Brisbane fans because they're going to see the Broncos there, aren't they?
Well, I can't tip against Brisbane. They have been the consistent team. The best team by far, Stone. They open up Newcastle. We're not finished. After looking the goods, Newcastle allow Canberra to sneak back in. The game is not over. Dying minutes. Newcastle to make sure of it now. Hagan needs to long ball it. Schuster. He does. To Herman. Dummies to Bunker. Herman! Denied by a blade of grass. Bunker stays a dummy half. Schuster. Butterfield. Taken 9 metres out. They have them absolutely busted to the right. Hagan. Ball was shown to Godden. He goes back after picking up the dregs. Beats Bellamy, straightens. The step tried to beat Rubinstein. They still have them stretched on the right. Boyd to Hagan. To Sargent. Can a big front rower get a hat-trick? You bet he can! Mark Sargent says it's my day. It's Newcastle's day. It's the Knights weekend. Off we go to league headquarters for the semi-finals of '92. He has tried to do it 3 times in this second half to make sure of it. It's taken him the 3rd try to wrap it up. He'll be drinking more than just water at the end of this one. Lion red replay. Scattering them out of the way. No one wanted to get in his way. He grabs a hat-trick.
Again, the numbers have told the story for Newcastle. Mark Sargent again, tremendous stuff. Inspirational coming out in the second half. He's taken it all on his own. He set his sights on the line, dragged the blokes with him. He still had the momentum to get over. And again, is he happy or what?
2 from 4 for Schuster. Around 30,000 here at Newcastle, counting down as Schuster adds 2 more. There will be a fairly big party in Newcastle. The young club finally make it through to the semi-finals. Sargent can't believe what's happened in this final 40. O'Davis got a try. Mark Sargent, the front rower, grabs a hat-trick. Schuster 3 goals. Clyden Stone, the try scorers for Canberra. Ferner got a goal as Meninga looks off ruefully at the scoreboard that also saw Stewart add 1 point. 22-11. Welcome back. Well, I don't think we'd get out alive here at Marathon Stadium this afternoon if our Lion Red man of the match was not announced as Mark Sargent. Sarge, I think you're going to be barred from the Front Rowers Union. A hat-trick.
Mate, she's a one-off performance. I can assure you that I can't see me doing it again. You know, I just happened to be in the right spot at the right time, and you know, the main thing is that we won, and you know, we don't have to go through the rigmarole of playoffs, etc.
Well, congratulations. A little bit of history now as you climb into the semi-finals for the first time.
Yeah, well, you know, like we've done it the hard way. Full credit to Canberra. They were down a bloke from us, well, for virtually all the game, and they made us go took us all the way to the wire, and you know, it's just nice to have got there, and yeah, we've got the semi-finals to look forward to.